crazy. No, my name is Crazy Flow. You thought I had 8, but I got 10 more. Off beat and on beat. Oh, smooth like Beach Street. I stink like Pop's feet. Make sweat with no heat. I'm up on this track like
R.I.P. Magoo. R.I.P. Magoo. 50.
Correct. It was only right. Passed away at 50 years old. There was no way I wasn't gonna put him on here. Once again, R.I.P. to one of the best.
One of the best what?
I don't even know how to something. He's special in his own way. He was definitely a part of like our middle school era.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the early hip hop Virginia folk. Well, he was rolling with Timbaland and Missy, so I guess I don't know. I think he's from New York. Yeah. But yeah, he was there, man. He and Aaliyah, that whole little crew, him, Aaliyah, Timbaland, and Missy, they had a nice little thing going. And then,
realistically, I don't know why he stopped making music. Everything he put out was a hit. It's not like he wasn't making hits.
Yeah. God bless the dead. I feel like he was on a bunch of hits. He didn't put out a lot of hits.
Whatever. Okay. He was on hits and he belonged there. That's what I will say.
He held his
own. A lot of
people
people be on hits and you're like, bro, why are you here?
He held his own. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our pregame episode 116. 116 of the pregame. You know what it is when we talk about the pregame, man. We talk about uplifting, if we can, the Braves, baseball, violence. We call it our splashes of the week. So, we're going to start out actually with a fun fact, man. There's a fun fact. Katie Ledecky, is she going down as the greatest swimmer, U.S. swimmer of all time? Is Katie Ledecky better than?
She's the female Michael Phelps. Anytime they start talking about you and Michael Phelps, what else are we doing here?
Like and this is the fun fact that we're gonna play here, man. For those that are watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or whatever, the 1500. She just passed Michael Phelps for most individual medals in swimming competition. She just passed Michael Phelps with her last 100. So the top 15 times without Katie Ledecky are like 1538, et cetera, all the way down to 1546. Very accomplished swimmers. Then you get to Katie Ledecky. She owns the first 15 female records for this event.
Wait. And you were going to ask, are we going to consider her the best? Well, but who? Who else you got?
Man, she is this light is bright, boy. She's a monster, dog. She shout out to Katie Ledecky. Turn this down a little bit, Lord.
Shout out to the people who had to race against her, unfortunately. Thoughts and prayers to those people.
Yeah. Well, it's like...
No, I don't.
No. Think about it. Swimming isn't like basketball. Like, second place in basketball or football is never, ever, ever, ever celebrated. Or baseball, really. Well, kind of baseball. You independent, In swimming in meets like track, if you get like second or third, that's still celebrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it also is not. You also did not win.
Yeah. Also, shout out, hey man, I don't know if you saw the text, but we got good news over the text, so I'll let you know. Anyway, yeah. So shout out to Katie Ledecky. I really just wanted to shout out. We don't really talk about swimming a lot, so I really wanted to start off with that. But this is what I really wanted to get to. This is a real human being. This is a real person. Now, I'm trying to.
I will save my comments for after the video.
This is the world arm wrestling champion, Hellboy. Look at that. Look at his left arm and then his right arm. He is the world arm wrestling champion. He just picked up a 78 kilogram inch dumbbell, which is really, really heavy.
That cannot be right.
Inch grip. Inch grip. Inch grip.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. This I hand this one to you, Norwood. Go ahead.
What are we?
He's a world arm wrestling champion. I actually went and looked at his page to see if this is real.
I don't know how to ask the question I want to ask, and us continue to podcast for the rest of the show. But I guess it's like you got variety.
He has no variety.
No.
Very consistent.
It's like
he's very consistent.
I'm trying to think what this is like.
He only works out the right side of his body. Arm.
Nope, that's not what I'm thinking about either. Sometimes
you gotta talk something. You gotta talk it through.
A little bit more voluptuous, and then sometimes you like a slimmer. This give you kind of variety, if you will.
So for those that are listening, this man.
For those that are listening, you hopefully you understand.
They don't. We never. For those that are listening, the World Arm Wrestling Champion only works out his right arm. His left arm is regular size. His right arm looks like Popeye. And he looks like Popeye, but only on the right side. As much as you can think of that, yes, that is exactly what it looks like. So if you think of a, I don't know.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You wanted this, you got it.
I don't know how to
stand by and stay vigilant.
I mean, one arm is rolled up lasagna and the other arm is regular spaghetti.
However you want to,
and if you put that on,
you want to dress that up.
You should know what rolled up lasagna is. You know what regular spaghetti. That's how both of his arms look. It's ugly.
I have so many more questions.
Well, you got to say them because you really didn't say anything. So you got to talk about it.
It's not. No, I don't have to. I wonder if he has a woman in his life and how that works too. It's a lot. It's confusing to me. Yeah, but I'm glad both of my arms, hands, same size.
Yeah. So Phil Mickelson, in an excerpt from his book, Billy Walters shared new details about Phil Mickelson's alleged gambling habits. Phil Mickelson's estimated wagers over the past 30 years equal $1 billion.
It's a good reason to get in bed with the Saudis.
Yeah, because he's now worth $700 and whatever million, $746. So he's bet more than he's actually worth. But it does make sense that he's bet a bill. he's bet big money. Citing bet records and sources, Walters estimates that from 2010 to 2014, Mickelson's bets included 858 bets of $220,000, 1,115 bets of $110,000, and approximately $100 million in losses.
Hey man, beer bet money, man. What's that? Small things to a giant.
Well, like you said, it does explain the Saudis move, though. It does explain the Saudis move because that had to clear up and allow him to keep his. Let's say he lost $100 million. Betting $1 billion. You got to think that clears off all his debts. You got to think that clears off all his debts. And he looks like a genius now because he's back in the PGA. So there is that.
He's somewhere doing something. I'd be sick though. I'd be big sick.
If you knew that you lost $100 million?
Yeah.
Even if
emotional damage.
Even if you were still make $750 million? If you were worth $746 million? No, he didn't lose $1 billion. He lost $100 million. He bet $1 billion. You're reading that wrong. That means he would be $250 million in debt. No, he made his total bets over the last whatever years equal $1 billion. And in total, he didn't break even. He lost $100 million.
Nah, yeah, that ain't me. Congrats to him though. Happy for him, I guess. Maybe.
I mean, he still came out on top.
I think I no, he did not. He came 100 million short of being on top.
But then he got with the Saudis, made 746 because he
Oh,
wasn't
no.
worth $746 million during that time period. He didn't become worth
For me,
$746 million till he signed with the Saudis.
I could find other ways to spend $100 million that I would enjoy way more than betting. That's just me though.
If you had a gambling, I mean, clearly he has a gambling problem, is what they're saying. In baseball, Michael
Or
Lorenzen
maybe a
tossed
solution. If you got the money, then it ain't a problem. It's only a problem when it affects your life negatively.
Michael Lorenzen tossed a no-hitter tonight in white Vans cleats. So now you have to send those Vans to Coopertown, allegedly.
I think you have to pitch in Vans going forward.
I assume that there has to be some type of baseball endorsement deal out of this almost immediately.
In the skateboard shoes, Vans has no connection to baseball. And this is just easy marketing money here. Jeez.
Yeah, man. The Phillies are staying hot, man. They are, well, I say staying hot. They're staying within 10 games of the Braves. But the Braves are out.
That's hot though.
So they are keeping up with the Braves, man. In New York though, New York is having a rough stretch. Start out with the Yankees, who the Braves are playing right now. Left fielder, somebody went and listed the left fielder position for the Yankees on Indeed.
I
New
love
York
this.
fans
Not
are amazing.
only I love this for so many reasons. Number one, I think I probably applied for 17 trillion jobs on Indeed. And not only have I applied for that many, out of that 17 billion, probably 16 billion I was not nearly qualified for. Your resume might be missing qualifications. That easy apply? Click, 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 click. But also, yeah, I mean, would you play for the Yankees? They called you today, Reggie?
Yeah, if they paid me $100 million. Sure.
No. They're gonna pay you your salary.
What, my salary of what I make now to no. I mean, no. You'd have that. No, you'd have to give me more money
to play baseball instead of doing your job. You like your job more than playing baseball.
At $15 an hour. I'm not leaving.
No. At your salary.
And it says part time. It says $15 an hour part time.
Damn, that's 25 hours or less a week. God,
no. I don't. Why do you ask that?
I was just saying. I mean, because once I thought about it. You do it 100%.
You thought about applying for the Yankees? You'd have to
no,
cut
at
your
first
beard.
I was like, would I do this? Then I was like, if they match my salary, I will go play left field for the Yankees. Nope,
You'd have to cut your beard.
There it is right there. Nah, I'm not, what?
No, the Yankees.
I don't even know what that looks like.
You gotta be out there like this.
With the I mean, and what do you do? Keep the stash?
Yeah, you keep.
That's
you don't never
sick.
notice they either have a stash or they have nothing. That's the only thing you can have as a Yankee.
I don't like either one of those alternatives for myself, yo. I don't want the naked face. That's weird. And I don't want the 90s Tom Selleck either. And I'm like, you got to have like the real joint in order to keep the mustache. It's got to be impressive.
No, you
got to
gotta
look like
keep
the
it
Brawny
trimmed.
man.
You gotta keep it trimmed. Other news in New York: the Braves played the Mets this weekend in a 4-game series and took it 3-1, including scoring 21 runs in the first of a doubleheader. I'm gonna repeat that again: 21 runs in a 7-inning game.
I think for the series we were 37-3, maybe.
Throughout this series, Matt Olson not only hit his 100th RBI, he hit his 41st, 42nd, and league-leading 43rd home run.
Once again, Oakland Athletics. None of this will be possible without you guys. Thank you for everything that you've done for the Atlanta Braves. We truly support you. See y'all in Vegas.
We both said we said either Ronald Acuna or Austin Riley was going to be the MVP or Braves MVP or Braves MVP and Braves MVP. If you win MVP, you're Braves MVP. Matt Olson is not even slowly, he is up there. He's got to be in the top 2 in MVP voting. Got to be top 2, top 3. Acuna,
Alex Anthopoulos, you are a monster.
And Acuna, and Shohei.
You are wheeling and dealing in ways that is unprecedented. Once again, every time I watch his team play, and let's be real about that. That Mets game, we were up 13-0. They hit that. I think it was a home run. They scored 3 runs, and I was a little upset, but I was also like, we still beating them by 10.
And then we scored 8 more.
And they scored a touchdown and converted the 2-point conversion on the Mets. Y'all know what time it is.
But why you do that?
Y'all know what
the Mets
time
were
it is.
so mad at losing against the Braves that Pete Alonso was slamming his helmet after striking out against the Braves, slamming his helmet in the dugout. You know, ever since they yelled out, throw it again, last year before they collapsed, nothing has been the same. Nothing was the same. Drake Ball.
Like Drake said.
Nothing was the same.
And that helmet don't hit back, Pete. Y'all don't hit back neither.
They did salvage and win the last game.
Congrats.
Well,
but
before
also, they spent a lot of money.
They spent 300. Yeah, between 3 players, they spent enough money. They spent so much money they had to trade the players that they spent the money on. They traded Scherzer and Verlander away. That was like $300-something million right there. Also in the Braves, Braves called up. I forgot his name. I had it in the thing. His name was Nicky. The Braves caught up a rookie. It's tied on your boy Vaughn Grissom, man. They brought up another rookie.
I think is his name.
Yeah, Nicky Lopez. They brought up Nicky Lopez and not Vaughn Grissom to play second base and shortstop.
Because Ozzie Albies is out.
Ozzie Albies played, but they just let him rest. And Nicky Lopez went 3 for 3, 5 RBIs, 2 runs batted in.
I like Vaughn Grissom so much. It's unfortunate.
I'm sorry, 2 runs scored. Sorry. Yeah.
It's tough, man, because I think he's a good baseball player.
He's not that good in the field. It's not the hitting.
Yeah,
it's the field.
I hope he's not Christian Pache, because I thought Pache was going to be it too.
We all did. Pache can't stay on the roster. He got cut by the Oakland A's, and they don't even have a team, basically.
That doesn't mean anything. The Oakland A's clearly don't know what to do with their assets. So, but also call that dude, bring him back. I want everybody on our team. I want to have so many players that give us everybody who's good. I want us to run away with it this year.
We probably will, Ben. We probably will. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Acuna, 4th player in history, 55 and 25 home runs, 55 stolen bases, at least 25 and 55, 4th person in history to do that. He is on a tear, man. With that being said, though, we've come to the end of the pregame. Real quick.
Wait. Before we get out of here, we did the show last week. It was on Wednesday. Today is Monday. For most of us HBCUs, for colleges, this is like new student orientation week. If you look at all the videos, I know there's a Morehouse one floating around, et cetera, et cetera. So there's not a ton of HBCU news, but there are a few things that we wanted to highlight. Albany State has over 1,700 students in their freshman class. Alabama A&M has a 2,000 plus student freshman class, and Fort Valley State has their largest freshman class in over a decade at 847. And of course, we already told you that Hampton is having one of their biggest freshman classes in the last, I think, decade. So number one, congratulations to HBCU's attendance growing.
You talk about Morris Brown?
There it is. I knew I was missing one. Yes, Morris Brown is back and accredited. That video was actually posted onto the Instagram page earlier this week. Shout out to those guys. To you freshmen, congratulations. Welcome to the HBCU family. Welcome to the HBCU community. To the rest of y'all, go to class, man. Finish what you started. Do that homework. Don't be playing in the student center all the time. And go to class that first week. I know it's ad drop, and some of y'all gonna be dropping some of them classes. Either drop the class or go to the class, bro. And we'll see y'all at homecoming.
Listen to y'all uncle. That was an old man rant right there. We'll be right back with episode 116.
Nephew, man. Come on, nephew.
Episode 116 of the Splashcast. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Got to take a couple seconds. Listen to the Splashcast 36 pack. Shout out Sneaky. We'll be right back. 48 pack. We'll be right back.
Your mom and dad done spent all that money for you to go to college. Yeah, go to class, son. And we'll see you at homecoming.